Welcome back from the break. So, what we're talking about today is people are not perfect. I'm giving you some things to think about so you can guard your heart. So, when offenses occur, you know what to do. Another thing I want you to think about, if there's a pattern of us not getting along with people, we have to look at ourselves in the mirror. Like Michael Jackson used to say, look at the man in the mirror. If all the time there is constant bickering, there is constant judgment, you just can't get along with them, you just don't like these people, you have to look at yourself and you have to say, do I really love, or really like, because you have to like yourself and love yourself. Do I really like and love myself? And what I mean by that is, are you truly investing time to really work on your inner self? Oh, Karen, I'm so busy, I don't have time. Yes, you do. You have to make time. I'm going to use an example for mothers out there. A lot of you all are strictly sleep deprived. You just are. And then mentally, you're deprived. Mentally, you're stressed. Mentally, you're burned out because you're trying to work. You're trying to raise your children. You're taking care of bills, maybe taking care of husbands, maybe taking care of significant others, maybe taking care of family members. Woo! I'm tired just by saying it. So, with that being said, you have to take time for yourself. So what happens is, if you don't, you become extremely irritable. There would be health problems. You would be grumpy. You would be short-tempered. And nobody wants to be around you. And hence, you won't be able to get along with people. You just won't. So, if it's nothing but 5 minutes out the day, go outside and just let some sun get to you and just look up. And really, it's an old saying, but it's true. It refreshes you. Take the time to smell the roses. When you're cooking dinner and everybody's eating, maybe just not right up in there after they're finished, go up and clean the dishes. Yes, you should do it, but maybe don't do it right then and there. Just go and take a hot bubble bath and just relax yourself. Relax your mind. Maybe one day, you just take yourself for ice cream, just something small. And all of us should do that, but I have a special heart for mothers because you guys give all the time. It never stops. Oprah Winfrey said, and I agree with her, the hardest job in the world is being a mother, and that's true because it never stops. It never stops. You can't tell your child at 2 in the morning when your child is sick, oh, by the way, I'm off the clock. No, you got to get up and see about your child. And when you're married, you can't tell your husband, oh, it's 2 o'clock, I'm off the clock. No, you have to get up and see about your husband, and you should want to do these things. But by the same token, everybody needs time for themselves. Because once again, when you invest in yourself, you're more energized. You're not sleep deprived. You're more joyful. And then you can be around people. So take the time to energize yourself. You have to also want to take charge and responsibility of your life. There are too many people that wait on other people to bring them joy because they do not have the security of doing things within themselves and for themselves. I have a great example with that. I was just shocked. One day when I was at work, this lady was going around literally asking people to have lunch with her because a very good coworker of ours, she was out, I think she was out ill, or she had taken the day off. At any rate, she was out. And her and this other coworker, they would always go to break together. They would eat lunch together. They sat right behind each other. They would talk and do their work most of the day. And when they weren't working, they would sit at their desk and take their breaks. It was just the two of them. And literally, this grown woman was lost because this lady was not at work. And I looked at that, and I felt very sad because you have to be secure and comfortable within yourself. Once again, you can't rely on someone to want to do everything you want to do. Everybody has different tastes. So if you've made it a goal this year that you want to go away, plan it and do it. What happens is when we ask other people and they're not on the same page, or they keep stalling around and we're talking about this same vacation that we've been talking since January, and now it's almost April and no one's made any plans, do it yourself. You make the plans and you go. It's good to have people on board with you to do activities, but if they're not, they're just not. So why would you want to stop seeing the world, enjoying your life, because an entourage is not going with you? There's this one young lady, she's one of our broadcasters in the state that I live in. And I say, if she's 25, that is all she is. And she says every year she takes a vacation by herself. And she says, not that I don't have friends. I have plenty of friends, but we talk about it. And then I look up and we haven't gone. So what she did last year, and she showed a selfie of herself, she went away, I believe it was to the Rocky Mountains. And, she had a beautiful view. She enjoyed herself. And she said, I solely believe in traveling. I can't find anybody to travel with me. I'm not going to stop my life because other people don't want to travel. So I encourage you all to do that. If it's a movie you want to see, go and see it. If it's a new restaurant you want to try, go and try it. Don't rely on others to make your day and make you joyful. Once again, we are superficially human and we are fickle. And once again, this is the only life you're going to have. Live up to it. Thank God that He's given you life. He's given us resources. He's given us places to enjoy. Get up and enjoy them. If people go with you, fine. If they don't you put your life on hold for nobody. Nobody. Don't do it. If this is the year you say, I'm going to lose weight, and suppose you were talking with your sister, brother, cousin, mother, father, significant other, husband about going to the gym, and no one has gone yet, you get up and go. Take charge of your own life. Take charge of it. Another thing you want to do is pray for others. You always want to pray for others. When new people enter into your life, you want to just listen to them and pray. And why I say that is, this is part of guarding your heart as well. If there are red flags, it doesn't mean that you have to be nasty. It means that you need to pray for them and perhaps step back and evaluate the relationship. Okay? Because once again, we're here to encourage people, not to tear people down. We're here to listen to people. Two of the greatest commandments that the Lord told us, He said, love Him with all of our heart and soul, and love your neighbor unselfishly as yourself. And to me, this is Karen Ann's commentary. That means unselfishly, like if that friend needs you, you are there. Unselfishly means that you encourage them. And by the same token, you're getting that back too. So if you are not, you ask the Holy Spirit for direction. You ask the Holy Spirit for guidance, okay? Because having connections with people is wonderful, but you want the right connection. So be careful who you allow into your heart. Be careful who you allow into your inner circle. Be careful who you allow into your environment. If it's no one positive, number one, my hope is that they know the Lord, okay? Number two, if they know the Lord, they're going to be positive. If there's not people promoting you and saying, girl, you can do it, guy, you can do it, however men talk, I don't know how they talk, but whatever they say, man, you can do it. You look at that. You look at that. Is this person sucking the life out of you? Are you the one giving, 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 and someone is taking, taking, taking? Or is it always a struggle once you get through talking with that person? Do you feel uplifted, or do you feel like, oh my God, I feel like I've been to war and back? So look at that. And just because you've been around a situation 25 years or 100 years or 10 years or 8 years, if it's draining to you, you need to look at that. You need to look at that. So be careful who you allow to be in your life. Pray for discernment from the Holy Spirit. Well, we're going to take our break, and I'll be right back. Enjoy the station break.